Good morning, I'm Clint Griffiths. Happening right now, the new Cattle Contracts Library is officially online. We told you last week about the new program that many hope will improve price transparency in the market. Well, Ag Day's Michelle Rook is continuing to cover this. And Michelle, what will producers see in this report?
The Cattle Contract Library requires packers to provide contract information for the purchase of cattle, as well as the number of actual and estimated cattle purchases under active contracts. The Agricultural Marketing Service then aggregates that data on a national level for this report. The focus of the USDA report is on base price source, base price adjustments, contract specifications, premiums, discounts, and volumes. Iowa cattle producer and commodity analyst Brad Koima provided input on the library. He says with only 180 contracts in the first report, there wasn't enough info to make a blanket statement, but he doesn't think the data was detailed enough. Now on the pie chart, he notes the 4.4% are designated as top of the market, which is the non-value alternative marketing arrangements, but he thinks that number is typically much higher. On the second page, he says they asked to see the base price plus or minus the premium or discount the feedlot is getting for quality, and the sum would be the net price. However, that is not what is displayed on this report. Koima hopes it will get better as data accumulates and they can tweak it to allow those selling in the negotiated market to know more about what other arrangements are out there setting price.
So if I'm a cash cattle negotiator like I am, everybody knows what I got for my cash cattle. It's posted, right? Why can't we know what the formula deals are? I mean, that's how simple it is to me. Now maybe there's others that make it more complicated.
Koima says cattle producers and NCBA anticipated some changes would be needed, and at last week's convention put together a working group to make suggestions.
Work with it, try to tweak it, try to improve it, try to modify it. I mean, let's make this as useful as possible. There is some pushback from those that don't want people to know what their formulas look like, but I think we're going to get beyond that. As long as it tells us in more detail of what's going on, I think it's worthwhile from a transparency standpoint.
Longer term, the goal is to have this library information provide enhanced signals to producers with respect to demand and supply for cattle to improve their marketing and hopefully price. Now remember, this week's report reflects the last week of January, and the first half of the month is when packers usually pull more of the formula cattle for slaughter. So hopefully there will be more data in the report in the next 2 weeks.